it seems to me like the running trend is they don't really have anything to say about the show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be about the show. It's about like Bo DeMaio or the fans being upset or how people are talking about it. Like nothing about the actual show.
The going comment on every video I saw that was doing that, like it was always a litany of this age like milk.
The funny thing is going through like Melonie Mac's comment section on her video.
Okay, there we go.
The first 2 episodes of X-Men 97 so that you don't have to. I don't think it's that great.
Makes me laugh.
Just to kind of give
she is terrible.
Quick rundown. Didn't get any overt race swaps, gender swaps, or anything like that.
They wouldn't have to. They're already diverse.
Yet at least.
Yeah.
It's not too late. I mean, despite Morph being called non-binary in some of the interviews or whatever. And by the way,
Some, you mean the one little magazine article?
He's fruity.
Did you catch that part?
Again.
She's wondering why she was suspended from Twitch right now.
And by the way, Morph is a total. He's fruity. So again, this isn't necessarily super
that was a choice,
but in his voice is just super effeminate sounding, and he does try to spend.
Dude, can I just say,
one-on-one time with Wolverine.
she doesn't even
I
sound
do
like
anticipate that
feminine
being pretty
herself
gay.
in the strictest
So I
sense.
will
So like,
say-
how is she judging someone else the way someone else talks? Like,
You know what makes
Glass House, bitch.
freaks me out about her is that she proclaims herself to be a tomboy, which is a word that's, I guess, I don't know if it's good or bad anymore. I think there's some discussion about whether or not it's inappropriate. But this is what she calls herself as a tomboy, which is against gender norms. It's a different status than like, man or woman. It's a tomboy puts you outside of that bubble. So she herself is proclaiming to be something outside of gender norms. So the fact that she says that and then acts this way about a non-binary character is brain rot 100%. Like it's just
no, the worms have taken over. She's done. She's cooked.
I mean, she's and like this is honestly, I haven't watched any of her videos really before I watched this one. Unfortunately, it was like one of the hardest watches of a Chud video I've ever had.
Yeah,
just like she's struggling through the whole thing, and I don't know how much of it is. I guess I should watch some more of her videos that aren't X-Men.
No, you really shouldn't.
I mean, what I need to know is was she struggling because of this show, or is she just always that?
She does it all the time.
That's normal. Yeah,
like
the only thing she really knows anything about is Tomb Raider, and she always kind of rewinds the conversation into something related to Tomb Raider, like nonstop. So
she did it the other day, like trying to.
She was, man. It's kind of weird. Like, are you her biographer or something?
She made a video 3 days ago saying she was banned from Twitch for 14 days. So
she was suspended within the last 72 hours. So I mean, she might not be anymore.
Okay, but she can't use it. Presumably,
she can't stream. She can't stream.
Yeah, man. Anyway, so yeah, it's like. She just seems like she's really struggling. Like she doesn't want to be doing this. It almost feels like, right? Like
you know what this is? I can tell you what this is, Dane. I can tell you what this is. This is Daily Wire through and through. This is a bunch of people who failed in some way, shape, form, or fashion in whatever endeavors they tried to originally do. And they just discovered, oh, wait, I can do this thing. Yeah. It's like Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
Failed screenwriter. Jeremy Boring was a failed actor and screenwriter. I think even Matt Walsh was like at some point in time trying to be some kind of a Hollywood type person at some point or another.
You too can do Miles Morales as Miles Morales tweets. Everybody can do it. So that's what makes it so easy. It's an entry level job going in and being mad at everything. So
this is their multi-level marketing scheme.
It's this or bagging groceries.
Yeah,
that's their choice. Like I can bag groceries, or I can get on the internet and say that Miles Morales is Miles Morales. That's my.
I guarantee you, Melonie Mac at some point. Oh yeah, Michael Knowles. Thank you, failed actor.
From gay movies, he was in like a
Don't get me started there. But no, Melonie Mac. I guarantee you, this girl used to be in a band. She used to be in a band and it probably went nowhere. She probably realized real quick that it takes more than being half-ass, like, cute to get ahead in that particular line of work.
Avril Lavigne wasn't popping anymore, so
right,
like,
yeah. Look, and lo and behold, you can't just sit out here and cover, these early aughts. Like Skater Boy ain't popping like that no more. Okay, Skater Boy ain't popping like it ain't doing it. And this is all you have left now.
And she's not Paramore. She's not doing anything like that. So like,
look, Paramore would look at her like and be like, nah, nah,
well,
not like this.
let's see the turn on this video and see how things ended up for here.
Ooh,
well, I'm sure this video will be very reasonable.
But there definitely are some woke undertones. Let's not pretend there aren't. Cartoon as a whole, even the woke elements aside, it lacks the heart. I just don't think that modern writers are as good as older writers used to be.
When 97 started coming out, or when it was about to be coming out, I was like, oh, I kind of want to go check out the 90s show, because that wasn't really the show that I the like superhero show that I watched when I was younger. And I was like, I was aware that there were going to be some like political undertones or whatever. If you haven't seen that show, after the theme song plays, literally like the first 3 fucking words are a frank conversation about mutant acceptance. It's like, I was like, I remember texting my friend at the time, the first sentence, like not even vague,
like she literally in this video, she like her thing is she's like, they're trying to be more subtle about it now, and it's like,
what's the undertone in it? What's the undertone? Like the entire show is about civil rights. Like, what are we talking about here?
It's like it was Julie's parents. They're scared that people are going to find out that she's a mutant.
Right.
And you got Eric July. You got Eric July over here in the corner like, no, that's not why Stan Lee created it. It wasn't created for that reason. And it's like, no, you're right, man. You're right. But nobody gives a fuck why it was created. Stan Lee himself and everybody who's generally since then is like, that's what it's about. What it's about. Deal with it, bitch.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I will fight to the death. I will fight to the death. The idea that Charles Xavier and Magneto are supposed to be like indicative of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, just because largely Malcolm X, if Magneto is supposed to be him, then he's literally just a mustache twirling villain. At least when Stan Lee was writing the character, he was literally a mass murdering psychopath. And Charles Xavier was a dude who kind of in his own mind slick perved on Jean. Like I was like, I just don't see that as Dr. King. So like, so when people say that, I'm kind of like, maybe the energy was there, but like it was misguided as fuck at best.
That early X-Men stuff, like pre the 70s, was a rough run.
That's the shit that failed, dude. That's just a bunch of white kids. Fucking it failed. Those comics literally
a copy of the Fantastic Four. That's
standing on the balcony, thirsting over Jean Grey as she walks in for the first time.
Right?
It was
I'm gonna get her. No, I'm gonna get her. Like what the
Stanley flopped that shit. It was his first one.
Beast was Mr. Bad Touch. Like he was the guy that came up and kissed Jean unconsensually.
Yeah.
I mean, it was on the cheek, but still.
Let's not talk about what Professor X was thinking about, okay? We don't want to talk about the thoughts he was having, all right? Like, Jesus Christ.
If only these legs worked.
There's a reason why the 90s cartoon echoes the 70s and 80s lineup of the team. That's the reason why. Because it's the much better, superior version of what the X-Men were. And a lot of that comes down to the writing from Chris Claremont and the fantastic artists that worked on it over like the 15 years before it became like a 90s phenomenon.
I did want to address this real quick. Whitney, like, I mean, where did you get a sense that was, I don't think that was stated anywhere that they have a problem with identity because of their shape-shifting power.
I read it as gender fluid, but
or non-binary. It's like, but that's not the same thing as, that's not like having a problem with identity. So I don't know.
I imagine if you could shapeshift at will into any person you wanted, regardless of gender, I imagine you wouldn't really be too hung up on like I guess like bog standard, am I a boy, am I a girl type ish. I feel like that would be the least. I feel like honestly more, and I think I even said this before somewhere, but I feel like them being non-binary is the least controversial thing.
I've seen a couple of kind of chud types even say that too. Like basically just say, I gotta give it to them. I guess if they're gonna be that, and that's what you You know.
Do you remember how we were supposed to get like an entire storyline dedicated to Morph being non-binary? Remember the Chuds were saying we were going to get a whole storyline of it, and it was going to be a big part of the season, and literally no mention of it whatsoever the entire season. Let's see what these comments say. I'm curious what this is.
It's got to be good. It's gold. It's got to be.
This aged like shit.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought it was clickbait.
Why
hasn't she continued?
This is the one lady where mansplaining is the right thing to do, or something like that.
Butter girl coping. This is the most L takes as Robert Storm's fucking ran about Parasite.
Oh my god.
They're trying to be more subtle about it with their woke ideology. It's like, okay, they're trying to be more subtle about it with their woke ideologies that they're inserting into this, but it's still there. They just mix in some nostalgia and they think they're gonna get away with it. But
you don't have to mix it in.
And I still don't like to see it. And by the way, Morph is a total
like Jesus has taught and what Jesus would be like. And that's not to judge people, and that's to have grace toward people and to love people. And that's where I am at.
Wow.
This was 2021.
I wonder what changed.
It's almost like she realized she could make more money hate farming. Huh.
I mean, her merchandise catalog definitely is judgmental. You know.
Oh, they're not over analyzing just a guy who makes comics. They're not analyzing at all. That's not what this is. Yeah, if they were analyzing it on any level, that would be better than what they're doing.
Well, the one thing I love about Melonie Mac's videos is she spends 9 minutes telling us nothing. That's what I love about it. It's just 9 minutes of absolutely no information whatsoever.
Like if you looked up nothing burger in the dictionary, it would be a picture of like Melonie Mac's profile pic on YouTube.
Who can put out sustained fires in the vacuum of space? Sustained fires in the vacuum of space.
Sustained fires in the vacuum of space. Fires in the vacuum of space.